Hi students, today I am going to discuss NEET 2020 Organic Chemistry problems and their solution. So first question is, reaction between benzaldehyde and acetophenone in presence of dilute NaOH is known as cross Cannizzaro reaction, cross aldol condensation, Cannizzaro reaction. And for this question, answer is cross aldol condensation. That is, if you take benzaldehyde and if it is treated with acetophenone. So here these two carbonyl compounds are different carbonyl compounds. If it is treated with sodium hydroxide, what happens is this aldol condensation will occur if the carbonyl compound has alpha hydrogen. So this alpha hydrogen will be obstructed by base and it is going to generate carbanion. So this carbanion now reacts with this benzaldehyde and it is going to form O minus H CH2 C double bond O PH, and it is going to take a proton from aqueous medium and we are going to get alpha beta hydroxy carbonyl compound. So that is crossed aldol condensation. Here it is crossed aldol condensation. Why? Because it is taking place between two different carbonyl compounds. Here one is aldehyde whereas second carbonyl compound is ketone. So if it is aldol condensation, then it should happen between same carbonyl compound. So second question is, a tertiary butyl carbocation is more stable than a secondary butyl carbocation because of the following: minus R effect of CH3 group, hyperconjugation, minus I effect of CH3 group, plus R effect of CH3 group. So correct answer is hyperconjugation. And if you see the structure of tertiary butyl carbocation, so this is the structure of tertiary butyl carbocation, and if you see the structure of secondary butyl carbocation, so this is the tertiary butyl carbocation and this one is secondary butyl carbocation. And as we know, tertiary carbocations are more stable. Why? Because here you need to look at this group. CH3 group is positive inductive group and it is going to show positive hyperconjugation. So if you see this tertiary butyl carbocation, it is having 3 3 3, so 9 alpha hydrogens, so there will be hyperconjugation. 9 hyperconjugations are possible. And if you come for this secondary butyl carbocation, it is having 3 plus 2, 5 hyperconjugations are possible. So carbocation with more hyperconjugation will be more stable. Next question is, reaction between acetone and methyl magnesium chloride followed by hydrolysis will give tertiary butyl alcohol, isobutyl alcohol, isopropyl alcohol and secondary butyl alcohol. The answer is tertiary butyl alcohol. So if we take acetone and if it is reacted with methyl magnesium chloride, what happens here? Methyl group will act as nucleophile and it is going to attack this carbonyl carbon and it is going to form and we are going to get this intermediate, and which upon hydrolysis leads to the formation of alcohol, that is tertiary butyl alcohol. Next question is, identify compound X in the following sequence of reaction. So toluene upon treatment with chlorine in presence of light will give an intermediate X, which upon hydrolysis will form benzaldehyde. So the intermediate formed in this reaction is first option, and this is an example for radical mechanism. So here chlorine upon irradiation will form chlorine free radical. So this is what we call, it is a initiation step. After initiation, next step of radical mechanism is propagation. So here benzylic hydrogen will react with this chloride radical and it is going to form benzyl free radical and there will be formation of HCl. So next, this benzyl free radical reacts with chloride free radical and it is going to form benzyl chloride, and this benzyl chloride further reacts with chloride free radical and it is going to form this intermediate, and this chlorobenzyl free radical reacts with chloride radical and it is going to form dichloromethane benzene. So this dichloromethane benzene in presence of water, what it is going to form? It is going to form OH. So it is going to form gem diol, and we know gem diols are not stable. So this bond will rupture and there will be loss of water molecule, so which finally leads to the formation of benzaldehyde. So this is the mechanism how toluene can be converted into benzaldehyde. So if you come for the next question, which of the following amine will give the carbylamine test? So this carbylamine test will be done for detection of primary amine. So correct answer is aniline. Third option is correct. So what we are going to do in carbylamine reaction is, first chloroform reacts with base and it is going to form dichlorocarbene. So this dichlorocarbene is electrophilic in nature, so it reacts with nucleophile. So this lone pair of electron present on aniline will react with this and it is going to form NH2 plus CCl2 minus. And further, since we are doing in basic medium, so there will be abstraction of proton and it is going to form NH. And now this lone pair of electron will shift here and there will be loss of HCl and it is going to form N double bond ClH. So now this will undergo alpha elimination So in presence of base, so this base now it is going to obstruct this proton, and there will be elimination of chloro group, which leads to the formation of isocyanates. So this is carbylamine reaction. Next question is elimination reaction of 2-bromopentane to form pent-2-ene is a beta elimination reaction, follows Sedgwick rule. It is a dehydrohalogenation reaction and it is a dehydration reaction. So we need to choose which are the correct statement regarding this elimination reaction. So the answer comes out to be A, B, C. That is third option. That is, if you take 2-bromopentane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 2-bromopentane. Okay, and as we know, beta elimination, alpha, beta. So there will be loss of HBr and it is going to form this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2-pentene. So this is 2-bromopentane. And this is Sedgwick product. Means most substituted alkene will be the major product. One more possibility is here this hydrogen can be lost, and it can also, there is possibility of getting 1-pentene. Okay, so this will become minor product and this is becoming major product. So this is according to Sedgwick rule. Okay, so this 2-bromopentane will undergo beta elimination and it is going to form 2-pentene according to Sedgwick rule. And if you see, there is dehydrohalogenation reaction is occurring. So that is, there is loss of hydrogen bromide. So elimination reaction of 2-bromopentane to form pent-2-ene is beta elimination reaction, follows Sedgwick rule, and there will be dehydrohalogenation. Next question is what is the change in oxidation number of carbon in the following reaction? So correct answer is -4 to +4. So here if you consider methane, so hydrogen will carry +1, +1, +1, +1. So overall carbon is going to carry -4. If it is converted or if it undergoes chlorination, and it is going to form carbon tetrachloride. So if you see the electronegativity difference, chlorine is more electronegative and it is going to carry -1, -1, -1. So overall it is going to have +4. So here you can see -4 to +4. So there is change in oxidation state of carbon from -4 to +4, means it has undergone oxidation. And next question is sucrose on hydrolysis gives alpha D glucose plus beta D fructose. And if you see the structure of sucrose structure is, so this sucrose upon hydrolysis means there will be breakage of this bond and it leads to the formation of H. So this is alpha D glucose plus there will be formation of OH, that is beta D fructose. Next question is anisole on cleavage with HI. It is going to give phenol plus methyl iodide. So if you see the structure of anisole, this is the structure of anisole. If it is treated with HI, so there will be cleavage of this bond and it is going to form phenol plus methyl iodide. So it is a example for deprotection. The next question is, an alkene on ozonolysis gives methanol as one of the product. Its structure is. So first option is correct. So ozonolysis is an 1,3 dipolar cycloaddition reaction. So this is the structure of ozone. So it is going to react with double bond and it is going to form this structure, that is primary ozonoid. Okay, so this primary ozonoid is not stable, so it is going to cleave and we are going to get this intermediate, and this will once again it will undergo 1,3 dipolar cycloaddition reaction and it is going to form CH2, so O CH2, and it is going to form secondary ozonoid, and this will be get cleaved in presence of dimethyl sulfide. Okay, and it is going to form two products, that is CH2 CHO plus CH2O. So this is methanol. So this is structure. Common name can call it as formaldehyde. Thank you.